guys, what's up? My name is Abby and I'm here to bring you a tutorial on the LA Girl Pro Matte foundation that just came out. I'm going to be kind of giving you guys a impressions, what I think, how it is wearing. I have a few breakouts every once in a while here and there on my cheeks right now. So we'll see how it stands against those. We'll see if it's kind of more medium coverage for me or full coverage. And then I'll kind of give you my opinion on if people who have a lot of breakouts should wear it, and kind of go from there. So let's get started. So it also comes in a kind of a sleek little glass bottle. It is the LA Girl Pro Matte HD High Definition Longwear Matte Foundation. I am currently in the shade beige because I'm running a little tan right now from being outside quite often, and just kind of working with that right now. The first thing I'm going to be doing is I have little samplers, if I can find them, of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I'm just going to apply this kind of along my cheeks area and my nose, just to make sure that we get this a more of a good impressions. A lot of people get upset. I've seen some tutorials and everything where people are like, you're not giving it really a chance because you're not applying it with a primer. And so we're gonna make it fair. We're gonna use a primer, and we will see what I think of it, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna be applying it with a a brush, and then I'm gonna be setting it more with a beauty blender. I'm not gonna get it wet because getting it wet is gonna give it kind of a hydrating effect, and it won't be so matte at that point. So I'm just gonna give it one pump onto the brush, and then I'm just going to just pop it on there, and we will see what I think of this. It is definitely already drying on matte. It's not really hesitating, which is quite nice to see that it's not hesitating. It doesn't really have a smell to it. It has a very interesting, usually foundations have a smell. It doesn't have a smell, so I'm just dabbing it with a dry beauty blender just to kind of finish giving it a set look, because sometimes brushes give that really weird sleek look, it has dragging, and I don't want that. So again, I just did one pump for the other side of my face. I am the type of girl that's extremely picky on how everything looks, so we will see how I think this ends up wearing, because I am extreme picky when it comes to this. And then again, with my beauty blender, just kind of tapping it out and then dragging some of it on my eyelid. I'm not a big eye primer kind of girl, so I just use whatever's on from my foundation, or occasionally I will throw on some concealer onto it, but that's really it. I just don't like the way that, I don't get the point of eye primer is kind of what I'm saying. So I'm definitely liking the way this is setting itself, it is definitely matte. I'm going to give it a few to kind of see if it's going to get kind of tacky like some matte foundations get, and we will kind of see from that. So far, I'm going to say it is close to full coverage, but more like in the medium coverage look. So if you have really bad breakout sessions, or you just are naturally really like breaking out, I don't know if this is really the foundation for you. I'm using the NYX HD Studio Photo Finishing Concealer. I got this at Ulta as well about a while ago.
I'm using a different little beauty blender, and I am just going to try and give my eyes a little bit of concealer. Not a whole bunch, but enough to not try using
my little mirror. So that's why I'm like looking over here. Now I'm gonna use my Rimmel London Stay Matte in 001 Transparent. And I'm actually going to take my Morphe M510. I have been kind of getting obsessed with these brushes. Goodness gracious. Definitely really like a decent kind of brush. I'm always kind of go like it's like the Walmart brushes or like e.l.f. e.l.f. is like my favorite because they're so soft. And so they're definitely my favorite. I'm just going to go ahead and set my under eyes because my under eyes tend to crease quite quickly. So I'm just going to still hit it up with my Rimmel London Stay Matte. And I got this at CVS for like $5. Super cheap. We are going to leave that out. Now, tackiness-wise, it isn't tacky at all, which is very impressive. So, I'm a fan of that. I'm going to go back in with my Stay Matte, and my markings came off of this, so I don't know what this is, but it's just like a really fluffy right angle brush that was from like a drugstore. I'm just going to pat some of this Stay Matte on to my face and just kind of set everything with this powder. I love this powder because it is just so, it's very, very matte. There's no flashback with it at all. I found even when like some products say like they're matte, it's like, oh, okay, and then you go and take pictures like late at night and then you look like a ghost because it has such bad like flashback to it, and you're like, oh no. So we definitely don't want this. I am trying to get an idea for like my wedding day because I'm getting married in November and I want to have a very beautiful like matte finish for my basically my entire look. And so I'm trying like to find something that is going to work really well with that. So we will see. I am now going in with my Wet n Wild Rose is in the Air palette. Love this palette. It is absolutely gorgeous with all of its shades. If I can get it open. It just has like a variety of different shades, and I love this palette like a lot. This was like $5 again at CVS. So if you love your drugstore products, I'm not a fan of their Wet n Wild like foundations or anything like that, but like their eyeshadow palettes, especially this one, it does have kind of a bit of fallout though, so you do want to be careful when it comes to that. But we're going to go ahead and go in with this like taupey shade right here, and I'm taking it on a Morphe 433 brush, and it's just like a really flat brush. And I'm just going to apply this all over my eyelid as like a kind of full eyeshadow on that lid. It is very buildable. It is extremely light when you first apply it. So if you're like me who likes to have like a lot of product when you like dip it in just like a few times, then like this is definitely a palette that you're gonna have to like build on. But like I said, it is a palette that you can build with, so it is a workable kind of palette. Not every shade is like that though, so keep that in mind too. And I don't want it to be too bold on this color because I am going to go in with a few other shades. So I am tapping off the excess on that because it does have quite a bit, and I don't want it to like sit in the brush, so I do kind of like tap it out. I'm using the Morphe 441. It is a crease brush.
And I'm going to go in with this very light, like brown color. And I'm going to throw this right into my crease. And I like picking a very light color at first when it comes to like my crease and kind of taking it up a little bit closer to my eyebrow. Then to like make it just too bold on one color. And then it's like, well, now I can't really add any other color to it because it's not necessarily going to work that well. So I'm going to go get some tape from like Walmart or somewhere so I can get that really nice like cut edge look. Because I'm definitely that kind of girl who likes a very like cut edge look. Now I take this darker shade here, that's like a brown, which is a shade or two darker than the original one, and then I'm just literally taking it right over that other shade. And I'm just applying a little bit so it's not, like, you can see it's not like too bold, but it's not like too light. And it just gives a really nice, just a very light smoky look, which is kind of that look that we are more going towards. We don't want something really smoky, but we also want to have like too light. The whole point is to kind of give it that like really nice effect. So now we're going to come in with that Ulta brush, like a crease brush. It wiped off because I had it for a while, but it's just like this. It's a very fluffy brush. And I'm just going to come in with this like dark orange kind of look. Like a really dark orange, but still kind of a very light orange at the same time. Tapping off a lot of it because it is quite pigmented on this color. And I am just going right over those shades. And it just gives a light red. It's not really meant to give any color. Really, it's just to give a very soft look to it, just in case I wanted to like give it a little bit more of a pop. So now we're going to come in with my Equal Tools Double Side, and I'm going to take this really pretty like pearl purple-y color here, and I'm just going to apply this right on the outer corner. And you don't want too much of this color, you do want a little bit, but you still want those other colors to kind of pop through, and for this one just to be a very light effect to the entire look. So you don't want to give it a whole bunch of this. And it's just a very, very gorgeous color. I am somewhat making it quite heavy on the outer corner, but I'm not making it like extreme either because I don't want that. So then I take that big Ulta brush again, which has nothing on it, and then I'm just going to make sure everything is blended together quite nicely. So that is it for like all the crease colors, which I know is kind of like a lot, but yeah. I'm going to take, I believe this is a Milani's eyeshadow brush, it's using a flat brush. I'm going to go in with this gold shade right here, and I'm going to tap this on to the like other inner half of my eye, just to give it a little bit of sparkle. So just packing it on. I like the way this whole look kind of looks, and I'm really considering doing this for my wedding look because it is very close to my wedding color, like that corally purple. Because
we're doing plum, and really after like having all of these colors kind of mixed together, they almost look exactly like my color that I'm having for the wedding. So it just happened to work out quite nicely. I am again going to take that Ulta brush, and I am just going to make sure everything again is blending out quite nicely. And then mascara wise, this, my friends, is probably one of my favorite mixtures to do right now. It is the CoverGirl Peacock Flare mascara and the Maybelline The Fabulous Pump Up Drama in the red. Guys, this mixture is amazing. So I'm just gonna apply this. Oh my gosh! I'm just gonna apply this on with a light coat. Isn't that lovely? Joy of filming and trying to look in a mirror. So I'm just gonna apply a very thin coat of this Peacock by CoverGirl. And I'm gonna take this little Q-tip here, and I'm just gonna try to get this off without really taking off. And I did. So, just a smidge. Very, very, very small amount. Like, very. I'm just gonna take this right where I accidentally messed up on a beauty blender that is not wet. I need to buy a new beauty blender because this little guy is a disaster and it is very scary. And I'm going to take that Morphe fluffy brush that I used to set under my eyes, and I'm just going to set that with my Stay Matte again. So, like it was all new again. And I'm going to take that Maybelline, which this stuff, you guys, it is so black. And it makes your eyelashes look so full. Like, look at the difference on that. Like, so much of a difference. And I'm just going over on the other side. And it's just, wow, it's just beautiful. Then I'm just going to apply a little on my bottom lash line. Nothing too crazy though. So I am definitely in love with the foundation. The foundation alone is pretty great. It definitely has great coverage after setting it. I think I actually kind of want to take back what I said earlier. It is full coverage, so it is quite nice. I think I am a little too dark compared to my skin tone here, so I am going to apply some onto my neck. I am contouring / bronzing up my face with the Maybelline's bronzing / highlighting kit in the shade 10. Just to give my face a little bit more of a warm kind of color to the whole look. And then I'm just applying it up in my hairline, kind of, and then my temples, like so, and then again on the other side. Man, I love this. And then I'm just going to take some onto my jawline, just to make sure that everything is nice and sharp. I'm not a big, like, contour person, so I'm not going to be like, yeah, like, do it like this, and this is how I recommend it, because, honestly, guys, I'm not a contour girl, like, at all. This hair is driving me crazy. Okay. So, now for the blush. I'm not gonna lie, I do not know how to pronounce this. Retail store for $1, but it is so pretty because I am not a blush girl, like, at all. It is just not my cup of tea. Like, I don't like blush that much, so I'm not gonna be like going and buying like the most expensive thing in the world. Now, highlight that, my friends, that is my friend. I'm using Tarte's Exposed Highlight. This highlight is my favorite highlight in the entire world. I'm using a setting brush for this, and I'm literally baking my cheek. Like, look at that. Whew. And like, even using like a little bit, you guys, a little bit even goes like a long ways. I'm also gonna put it up on my eyebrow area, my eyebrows. I need to pluck some eyebrow because these guys are some crazy people. Another fun little tip, my nose does not hold foundations well, like at all, and this foundation got it to stay, so that is quite impressive. I'm just using a spoolie brush to brush through my eyebrows, and I'm just gonna kind of pick out a few because they are quite ugly right now. So yeah, as far as I can tell you, this foundation is amazing. I'm very, very impressed. I am gonna apply some onto my neck though, because I think it's just a smidge too dark for me. So I'm just gonna apply just like half a pump onto my neck, and then just set it with my Matte Stay Matte press powder that I was using earlier. But yeah, this foundation, you guys, I give it a 10 out of 10, honestly. It is quite amazing, and I am seriously so impressed. Like, for an $8.99 foundation, this is quite amazing. I am very, very, very happy with this purchase. Yeah, like, just wow. I'll give you guys kind of a better look. So this is my eye makeup, and this is the whole face, and I'm quite impressed with it, honestly. If you guys like this, please make sure and subscribe and give a thumbs up. Make sure you tell all your friends about me, and if you have any recommendations for other looks that you're wanting, or like prom ideas or wedding ideas, or if you guys want me to start vlogging, please let me know, because I am up for doing that as well. So thank you guys very much. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.